Hello, everybody, and welcome. In today's interview, we have an amazing gentleman who's going to be sharing his YouTube story. And I've been on his YouTube channel and I was amazed to see what he does. And that's none other than Tristen TIno. And welcome, Tristen, to the conversation.
Thank you so much. That's an amazing introduction.
Thank you.
Amazing introduction.
Yeah, so to kick off our interview, please, can you tell
Mhm.
us a brief background about yourself, who is Tristen TIno, so that our audience can get to know the person behind the amazing YouTube channel.
Tristen TIno is a character, as a comedian. He loves to entertain people. From a very young age, tender age, I've always been an entertainer. Whether on camera, off camera, I always try to make people around me laugh. And I took that and put it on the screen, and it got me to where I am right now.
Absolutely. So now, talking of putting it on the screen,
Yes.
what does that mean, putting it on the screen?
It means overcoming the social fear of judgment of am I going to be good enough and posting it publicly for everyone to see and indulge and enjoy. Because
Absolutely.
YouTube is basically personality. People want to see personality and it's really a give or take, so 50-50. And some people make it, some people don't. So the only way you can find out is by putting it on the screen.
Absolutely. So now, you have started, of course, on a very young age and looking at your talent as you have mentioned. So now my question is, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel in Zimbabwe?
Uh, I started because of the people I would watch on YouTube. And I felt like this is something I can do. I can make people laugh. I can make people watch the videos. I can make people entertained. I would watch people like KSI, DDG, Pretty Boy Fredo, those big YouTubers at the time, and they really inspired me. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. So when I started, I didn't initially start alone. I started the channel with my best friend at the time, and we did the building thing together and got the channel to it was. We eventually then parted ways, so I started doing it by myself. But yeah, just the thrill of wanting to make people happy, make people laugh. Like I enjoy people tell me, "Hey, you're a very funny guy." I like that. That's why I do this.
Absolutely. So now talk about your inspiration. You say you've been inspired by other content creators like DDG. Why did you choose to publish your content on YouTube and not any other platforms? I noticed that you with different platforms though, but why did you also go for YouTube? Why YouTube in Zimbabwe?
Because I thought about longevity, and when I started, TikTok wasn't really certain. We weren't sure if it was going to last long. Instagram as well doesn't really last long. Any other social media doesn't really last long. So for me, YouTube was the best because of longevity. I know that these are things that are going to be there from now up until I am old. And these are videos even my kids, my grandkids can then watch in the future. So that's why I did it longevity.
Okay, so can you dive deep into longevity for YouTube in Zimbabwe compared to other
Mhm.
social media platforms? Can you speak about the pros and cons? And why would you say YouTube has it in the long game? Are you saying other social media platforms like TikTok and Facebook, they won't last that long? What's your strategy to that, and why specifically YouTube you choose as a longevity platform?
I, I feel like other social medias, for example, I'm not trying to downplay any other social medias. I'm not trying to talk bad upon them, but it's just my personal preference. TikTok, TikTok makes overnight sensations. TikTok makes one-hit wonders. You can find someone's videos are trending on TikTok this week. Next week, we'll forget about them. TikTok needs people with very slim attention spans. But with YouTube, if you build your audience on YouTube, people will remember you as time goes on and on and on and on. So that's why I think and especially now for Zimbabwe, where more people are becoming YouTubers, it's more of relevance now. Because yes, of course we have TikTokers, but YouTube will always be the main home for creators.
Absolutely. So now let us look at integration of other social media platforms and YouTube in Zimbabwe. How do you
Yeah.
then combine the other social media platforms so that they can constitute to your YouTube journey? What's your strategy to that?
Well, as of right now, I'm going through a rebrand, so I'm kind of mixing together strategies to see what will work. But what I am dealing with right now is using my YouTube presence, taking it to Facebook, taking it to TikTok, taking it to Instagram, because I feel like those places will get people to notice me, more people to notice me. People will see the clips and want to see the full video. People will see me, they'll have a good laugh, and they'll want to move to YouTube to come see more of me, where I post more.
Oh, amazing. So now it's you mentioned that a lot of people are getting online now. There is adoption of more YouTubers in Zimbabwe. Can you give a comment to some people who are afraid or who haven't started yet? What sort of advice would you give them in terms of you should start a YouTube channel in Zimbabwe?
Well, being frankly honest, YouTube is work. Don't look at it as just going outside with the camera. YouTube is work. You have to plan your videos. You have to properly time your videos because time really matters when it comes to YouTube. You have to make sure your thumbnails are great. You have to make sure your title is great. You have to make sure your content is great. A lot of people struggle with the content part because they'll put content they think is funny or they think is good. But you have to understand, you're not making the video for yourself. You're making the video for other people who don't know you. When I shoot a video, my thought process is if this stumbles on someone like Nat's feed, if this stumbles on Drake's feed, Plays' feed, will he enjoy it? Will he like it? Is my content going to be funny for everyone? Is it going to be enjoyable for everyone? So I feel like that's what people should focus on more. Yes, you have to be yourself, but when in being yourself, don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone just a little bit.
Absolutely. I've been through your YouTube channel and it appears there is a lot of work, like you have mentioned, when you're actually creating your content in Zimbabwe. I mean, I looked at the way you do your videos, the edits, the effects, and even the content itself. Uh, well done for that. Let me just commend you for that. Well
Thank you.
done for.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wouldn't have not done that. I don't think I have that patience. The patience to. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, when I'm creating my YouTube videos, basically it's I didn't take the route that you took. I create more of tutorial videos where I'm just recording my screen. I'm talking to the computer and everything that I'm talking to the computer is actually recorded. But in your case, you're dealing with people.
Yeah.
You get it. You've got this person in your audience. You've got this person in your audience. This person in your
Yeah.
audience. You are like having fun. It's a lifestyle game shows, trying to rehearse and edit and all those kind of things. Now,
Yeah.
let's talk about the planning of those kind of content. How do you plan those kind of content and what's your content strategy? How many do you produce in a month? Or do you say in this month I need to produce X, Y, Z pieces of content?
Production is very hard because, again, like you said, we're working with people. So you have to make sure the day of filming is going to align with everyone else's schedule. And we're dealing with maybe 10 people in one shoot. So that means 10 people have to be free from 1 a.m. from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. or from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Because usually when I shoot, I have about 3 hours of footage that I have to turn into 20 minutes. So yeah, it's a lot. So I usually, for me, it comes easy. So it's just going to be a week of planning. What the hard part is finding a concept, a video idea. So a week of finding a video idea, then bring people together. I know a few other Zim YouTubers in my niche, so I work a lot with them, like Kambas, for example, the Kambas family. I work with them a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I was actually with Camba's family. I actually did an interview with Camba's family. I saw him on your channel as well. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
it's amazing. I recognized him from your videos. Yes, you can go ahead.
yeah, we work together on so many projects. He's been in most of my videos actually. Hype, a group called Hype Tribe, uh, Tembekile Maka. It's so many YouTubers. I can't get into it, but again, we have so much talent in Zimbabwe, and getting everyone together is it's not hard, but you have to understand. You have to find a studio. We have to find lights. We have to find cameras. We have to get microphones. Then we have to make sure everyone is on board, everyone is getting along, everyone understands the concept. Videos are not scripted, so everyone is going with the flow. I try to support just be as natural as possible, and yeah, and then the editing, like you mentioned, I edit on CapCut, I edit on my phone. Again, like I mentioned, 3 hours of content, but 20 minutes only make it to YouTube. So it's a lot, and when I start things, I want to finish. So if we finish editing at like 5 p.m., I mean, if we finish shooting around 5 p.m., I would aim to finish editing by midnight.
Oh wow.
So my thing is I post on Saturdays only, Saturday evening. So usually we may have a shoot Thursday, Friday, because I like the pressure that comes with it. So if we shoot Thursday, Friday, and then I know Friday night I'm just working on editing, so that I can finish it Saturday morning, finishing touches, Saturday evening, uploaded.
Absolutely. That's pretty amazing because I love the effects and the way you put out the content out there. Now let's talk about your journey. How long did it take you to learn how to edit with CapCut in Zimbabwe?
Uh, Weeks. It didn't take me that long. It took me a week or 2 weeks. Why? Because of the people I'd watch. So when you shoot a video, you already have an idea of how you want it to look. So even before I open CapCut, I already have an idea of okay, at this time I want this in, at this time I want this in, at this time I want this in. So again, it's very simple edits. I don't do anything complicated. I don't do any CGI. I don't any AI. No, I just very cut, paste, crop, overlay, edit text, make sure the sounds are aligning, and yeah. So it's just a week. Because what when shooting, you have to visualize how you want your final product to be. So when you shoot, at the end of the shoot, you should know, okay, I'm going to put this meme here. I'm going to put this sound here. I'm going to put a green screen here. I'm going to put this effect here. I'm going to put subtitles there. And yeah, usually that takes hours to finish. But once you have that picture of what you want it to look like, it becomes very easy.
Okay. Now let's talk about the money. Mula, cash, mari.
Mhm.
So my question is, I've been interviewing quite a number of YouTubers in Zimbabwe, and they've
Mm,
got different models of how they make money from YouTube in Zimbabwe.
mhm,
So some people have got monetized YouTube channels, some people don't. They make money from brands, awareness, influencer marketing, affiliate
mhm.
marketing, and quite a number of things that they do. In your very specific case, have you started to make money out of your YouTube channel, or you still creating content and looking forward to make money through one of the ways? So the question is, have you started to make money from your YouTube channel? And if yes, how? If no, what are your plans?
Well, um, my YouTube account is not excuse me, it's not monetized yet. Um, I have worked with brands. I've worked with Midnight Glow. It's a neon sign company. They make neon signs for brands all over the country. I've worked with Sweet Little Things. It's a store that sells candy. I'm also planning to work with Treats, the ice cream shop. But the funny thing is, I don't ask for money in return from these people. Like I said, I do this because I love it. And when I work with these brands, I want to elevate Zimbabwe as much as I can. So I'm not going to be like, okay, I'll charge you this amount, and if they don't, or if they're not able to pay, I'm not going to be like, okay, I'm taking your ad out of my video. It will work like that. So for me, it's okay. You sell sweets, right? Okay, cool. I'll put in 1 minute ad in my video. Oh, I don't know, just give me a few sweets, okay, and it's fine. Midnight glow. I told them, okay, make me a sign, and it's cool. Treats, just give me ice cream. It's fine. Okay, so as I was saying, brands will come to me with an offer, and usually it's people I know personally, people maybe I grew up with that have started their own businesses, and I feel like would be doing each other a favor because they'll be marketing me as much as I'm marketing them. So I don't really tend to ask for money for people. Like even if it's other YouTubers who want me in their videos, I'll happily do it for free on my own expense, or the other way around. We don't really charge each other. So the only way I would want to be receiving money is from YouTube and not from other people. I wouldn't want to charge people to be in videos because I wouldn't want to be charged for them to be in my videos. So it's more of an exchange.
Oh, okay. So now let's talk about the resources that you use. I see that like I'm saying,
Hmm.
the way you create content, you need resources, you need items, you need places, you need things. How do you put all that together? A very good example is I saw one of your videos where you were actually on a stage and then there were these decorations and then you needed people, you needed how do you get to organize those things?
Um, I luckily happened. One of the people who watch my videos. I don't like calling them fans, but supporters. One of my supporters reached out and they were like, "Hey, if you ever need to use a studio or a theater, just let me know." Because his dad owns the theater, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty cool." He didn't even want anything in return. He wasn't even in the video. We were just watching. So yeah, that's how it is. Usually I look for a studio. I look for studios. I pay for studios, or I could shoot a video at home by the couch, or people reach out to me and say, "Hey, if you need this space, you can use this space." And then usually the studios come with cameras and microphones, SD cards, so it's really easy. It's more of a connections, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
finding the people is the hardest part, I would say. Finding a place to shoot is not that hard. Finding the people is the hardest part.
okay. Amazing. I love the journey that you have actually moved in terms of your YouTube. It shows that you are passionate about YouTube and it's a reflection of when I started. I'll tell you that I started my YouTube channel. I started doing online things in 2011, which has been 14 years now. So
Mm.
everything that she has been saying, I mean, I can relate when I got started. And in Zimbabwe back then, internet right now is good, but back then, internet was terrible. I mean, this is when you would tell people that you can make money online and no one would believe it. And Facebook was just probably, new and WhatsApp and all these internet things. But believe you me, I made quite a lot of money from the internet. And
Yeah,
one of them is YouTube. So if you haven't monetized your channel, that's how you start. I mean, and the way you are kind of, putting the content together, just keep at it. Okay. So now
yeah.
let's shift gears a little bit and talk about your future. Where do you see yourself at your YouTube channel 5 years from now?
5 years from now, hopefully, hopefully I would want it to be more than 100,000, but I'm putting a realistic gap for myself. That 5 years time, right over there, there'll be a 100K plaque subscribers. Right at somewhere there, there'll be a 100K plaque. That's where I want
Mm.
to be. Hopefully making more better content than I have before, making more mature content, more funnier content, making content that caters to every single person, old, young, rich, poor. Every single person should be able to enjoy my content.
Absolutely. Now, when you look at brands, companies,
Hmm.
honestly speaking, I've had the privilege to get exposed to like I've said, I've been on the internet for over a decade now. I've had a chance to work with the most brilliant minds, and I've had a chance to travel in different countries, European countries, Asian countries, and quite a number of countries actually. And I've had a chance to get to understand how brands work with influencers. But in Zimbabwe right now, it appears that the relationship between brands and influencers is not that very good at the moment. In the sense that if a brand is going to approach you for a marketing deal, they don't really, you know, put value in what you're doing for them. Okay. But again, it's one of the things that brands in Zimbabwe should, you know, use as a marketing tool. Like you're saying that YouTube is a very long-term game. What has been your situation and what's your take? And what do you think brands should do in order to get to advertise their businesses through micro influencers?
I think they should just take a chance because in Zimbabwe, brands usually work with the hottest topic at the moment. So whatever is trending that week, trust brands will be all over you. And I feel like if brands just went a little bit outside of their comfort zone and was like, okay, you know what, let's give this group of YouTubers a chance to see what they can do for our brand. I think that would make something big, not just for them, but for the content creating scene in general. Because I'm telling you, Zimbabwe has so much underground talent that they just need the right exposure, and we will come out with something beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now, if someone is thinking of getting started with a YouTube channel and they are on the fence and they are afraid to even start, what would be your comment on that? If someone is really wanting to say, I need to start, but I'm really afraid.
What I always ask people is, what do you have to lose? You post, it doesn't do well. Okay, what do you lose? Nothing. You post and you get millions of views, millions of subscribers. You win everything. So I will advise people to do it. Just do it. Do it scared. Do it anxious. Do it confused. No one starts this thing with a blueprint. I would say if you're thinking about just posting, post and go to bed. Deal with everything else in the morning. You have nothing to lose if you just post. Be yourself and trust the process. You never know. You could be the next big thing.
Absolutely. So now let's look at the negative challenges that you have faced. This could be a negative comment, it could be a negative review, or it could be a relative or a friend who actually, commented something that you felt, wow, this is very demotivating. Can you please talk about that? Without including names, of course. Just what the
Okay.
negative comment was, how you felt, and how you overcame that.
Um, Usually I can handle hate comments from people. Like it's a part of the game, right? People, not everyone's going to like your stuff, and that's fine, right? But for me, I think what gets to me the most is disappointing family. Because I'm very big on family, and disappointing family hurts me the most. And last year, there's a clip of mine that resurfaced. It got posted around, it became very viral, and it was not the best portrait of me. It really was not the best light of me. I was a very immature kid back then when that happened, and I've learned from it as much as I can. That's why I'm going through this entire rebrand to make sure that I make more mature, better decisions because I was very immature and very reckless with my content, with my opinions, with my words. And that's something that I really had to work on the past 2 years.
Okay, that's so amazing. And then let's talk about your aha moment. Which point of time do you feel like, wow, this is amazing? It could be probably when a brand reached out, when you had a certain number of subscribers, but the moment that you felt happy about your YouTube journey in Zimbabwe.
For me personally, like I've mentioned before publicly that I consider myself a founding father for my niche in Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
So again, I believe when we started YouTube, it was just four, it was six people roughly. It was me, Kambas, this woman Tembeki Lemaka, and this group of three men called Hype Tribe, right? We really set the tone for some YouTube. So the aha moment was we were all together one day. We, of course, we have a schedule. Someone posts Friday, someone posts Saturday, someone posts Sunday. So we're sitting, I think it was like Wednesday lunch. We're sitting and, we just look at each other's numbers and see how many more people are starting to become YouTubers. It, and it's just, wow, like people walk up to you, ask for a picture. People walk up to you, say, "Hey, I know you, you've made me laugh, you've done this." And for me, that's why I do it. I
All right.
love meeting people that watch the videos and enjoy the content. That's really why I do it. That's my aha for me. Anyone at all that walks up to me and says, "I watch your YouTube," that person makes my day in ways they will never understand.
Amazing, amazing. So now we're almost coming to the end of our session. So if there is any important question that you say, Kuda, you should have asked me this question or anything that you want to share with the audience. This is an open question to share whatever you want to share. What would that be?
Well, if I had one last thing to say, I would say that right now, Zimbabwean YouTube is in very good hands. Take the risk, just do it. The Zimbabwean YouTube community is very open, very friendly. We will accept you with open arms. Of course, you connect with hundreds of YouTubers. Everyone is trying to make it, and the best thing about it is everyone is trying to build each other up. No one is trying to build each other. No one is trying to tear each other down. Everyone's trying to build each other up. And watching this happen the past 2, 3 years of seeing everyone really put themselves out there, taking Zimbabwe by storm, it's amazing. It's something, if you'd asked me this in 2021, I wouldn't believe you. Telling me that Zim YouTube would be where it's at right now, I really would not believe you because we were not there. Like maybe people from your niche, the tutorials, the farming videos, the tech videos, maybe that's where it was mainly, but no one in the lifestyle, the vlogs, the game shows, no one was really doing that. And to see it happen and all unfold now, I love it. I love it. I enjoy it.
Okay. So some of our audience may want to check on you on your YouTube channel and have a look at some of the videos that you have done. I mean, I've seen your videos. I love the edits. I love the work that you're putting in, and I'm sure that a lot of people right now want to check out your content. Where can they find the information?
Well, I am Tristen TIno on all socials. Tristen TIno on Instagram. Tristen TIno on YouTube. I don't really post on TikTok. On TikTok, I post poetry because I aspire to be a spoken word artist. Um, but yeah, as far as YouTube goes, the name Tristen TIno everywhere you go, you'll find it. You'll find me if you're looking for me.
Amazing. So, Tristan, I want to thank you so much for sharing your nuggets with
Of course.
aspiring
No, I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much.
as, as aspiring YouTubers in Zimbabwe. I've been having a lot of conversations, and I thought that we could, engage in such conversations so that we can help one another. I want to thank you for sparing some time to share these nuggets.
Of course. Of course. I enjoyed this session and I hope the next session will have amazing progress, amazing updates, and we're working on something so big right now as Zim YouTubers in this niche. It's going to take everyone by storm. Just trust the process.
Absolutely. Yes. So thank you so much, and bye for now. That was Tristan, an amazing YouTuber in Zimbabwe, and I've been asking important questions. So we have a community of YouTubers. If you want to be part of the community, look around this video and you will be able to kickstart your YouTube journey and be part of the community. With that said, thank you so much and see you on another session.